Welcome to another year of Madden where I try to start a franchise mode, and today we're going to do exactly that. I think I've narrowed down to a team that is different from what everyone else is going to pick, and hopefully I can stick to it. Um, but yeah, we're just going to jump right into it. I'm not going to try to do anything. I'm hoping the mic is good. Today, we are going to, well, that was a test run. So obviously there you can see the team. We're gonna do the Pittsburgh Steelers team, and I
Choose which
actually,
team you'll begin your franchise
why are
with.
you yelling at me? I have to actually do a couple things to a roster before I start that, so I'm gonna go do that real quick. All right, so like I said, we're gonna do the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think I'm going to stick. I don't really know much about any of this stuff, but I think I'm gonna stick to developmental wizard for now. Parts of me wants to do a defensive genius. Um, we're gonna take over Mike Tomlin's job, and I know Mike Tomlin's developmental wizard, but it's Mike Tomlin. Um, do I want to do defensive genius or offensive guru instead? I don't think so. Give me a minute while I decide. All right, I changed my mind. We're gonna do defensive guru. Okay, defensive guru, defensive genius here. I know it's kind of crazy to do with a defensive-minded team. And we're going to do good old Breeze Denizio as the coach. Oh, I don't know if I turn that off. Well, we're gonna stick with it. I know I probably shouldn't, but I have pre-order bonuses. I don't care. So, as you can see, we picked the Steelers. I kind of randomized my head coach. We will be doing a preseason, but we're just gonna go with Tomlin retired. Hopefully, he doesn't just re-sign with a different team. But we are here, and we're gonna show off the roster because there's a very weird decision I made to have done the Steelers. But in hindsight, if you think about it all, it does not make the least amount of sense, I guess I'm trying to say. You can see their team is very good, and you know the Pittsburgh Steelers, they are known to have a great defense every year and somehow win 7 to 9 games and sometimes sneak into the playoffs, and that's what they are good at. I don't know if they have much of a big window right now with the team they currently have. You can see out of their top, what is that, 7, 8 players, something like that. There's a good amount of late 20s and 30-year-olds on that team. Our best player, how is Cam Hayward? Why is there so many 99 defensive tackles in the game? Anyway, our best player is 36 years old at 99 overall. TJ Watt is 30. Ramsey's 30. Slade's 34. I mean, our kicker is even 34. We don't even have a kicker after this year, probably. They traded for DK Metcalf. He's 27. Elliott's 28. Out of this whole list, you could see Patrick Queen, 26. He's got a few more years before his regression will probably kick in hard. Same with Pratt Fryermuth. And then our center, I don't actually know Frazier's first name. I want to say Zach. Yeah, he's the best player on the offensive line. He's our only one that's under 26 in the top. Yeah, there's an interesting quarterback situation going on here. Aaron Rodgers. Oh man, this man literally Aaron Rodgers is our quarterback for year one. Mason Rudolph's the backup. We did draft Will Howard. I don't know if we will draft him, but or draft him, develop him. But he is on our team. When did they draft him? What round was Will Howard? Was he fourth? Does it tell me? Where does it tell me? I don't remember. I think he was fourth round, sixth round. I don't know if we'll develop him or try to draft someone else. But we're stuck with Aaron Rodgers for at least 1 year. Hopefully he retires, or I don't remember if it's a 1 year contract. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how Aaron Rodgers is a 76 overall, but maybe he's enough to make a good playoff push, because obviously we're going to push for the playoffs. You can see our running back situation. I don't actually hate our running back situation at all. We got Caleb Johnson, rookie out of Iowa. We got Jalen Warren, who I thought every year was better than Najee Harris. I know Najee probably had the stats. Obviously, Najee Harris no longer here. Kenneth Gainwell's not bad. I've only ever seen him catch a ball for Philadelphia, so I don't really know what he's too great at. But every time I've seen him, he did decent in real life. Trey Sermon, a former Colt running back, and then Evan Hull. I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce that. Hull. He's there. They're not high rated running backs, but I think they're good enough to where we could definitely get something. Maybe Caleb Johnson kind of breaks out his rookie or sophomore year. Jalen Warren will obviously have the meat of the carries, and then I throw in Gainwell, Sermon. If there is a chance in the draft we can get a superstar running back, I would obviously take it. But I'm not in a rush to get something at running back. We don't even have a fullback. Our receiving core is rough. DK Metcalf's on our team. He's obviously a superstar coming over from Seattle. They traded away George Pickens too. I believe he went to Dallas. Could be wrong with that. I think he went to Dallas though. And outside of George Pickens last year, they didn't really have a great receiving core. And it's not much better now. We have Robert Woods, who's a good mentor. Probably will be our slot receiver. Maybe I'll see what happens. But then we have Calvin Austin, Roman Wilson, Scott Miller, Ben Skoranek, and Brandon Johnson. None of these guys, outside of Metcalf's above an 80 overall. Robert Woods might be a good enough route runner. These guys do have speed, but I don't know if they can hold on to the ball. Like, no one on our team could really catch a ball. Nobody on our team could really run a route outside of Woods a little bit and Metcalf, obviously. So I don't know how hard it will be to get them open, and maybe Rodgers can pull back the clock a little bit, turn back the clock a little bit, and do something because this receiving core is rough. We do, however, have 3 tight ends I do like a lot. Pat Freiermuth, obviously, our number 1 tight end. Jonnu Smith, who might honestly be playing receiver for us. Maybe that slot receiver role goes to Jonnu Smith instead. He's not a great route runner, but he's at least a big guy with some speed. I don't know. And then Darnell Washington, the 6'7" behemoth. Probably my favorite guy. We also have Donald Parham, but I think he's hurt. I gotta check that. Connor Hayward as well. Oh, damn. Look at our offensive line. Our offensive line isn't the worst. Our worst position players on the line, I feel like, are the young guys, and their line is so much different than it was a few years ago. A few years ago, their line was super old, but one of the best in the league. Now it's super young. I think they're still listed atop of the league. I don't really remember. I think the line will be fine. If it's a big deal, though, I'm not. I think center's really the only one that's locked in for the future right now on my mind. Isaac could be, but I'm not against replacing anybody here. Maybe Troy also is probably fine. I didn't realize he was already a 77 overall. But then we get to the defense, and that's where the Steelers drive. Obviously, TJ Watt, probably the best defensive player in the game today. Maybe top 3, top 5 if he's not number 1. Highsmith off the other edge. They drafted Jack Sawyer out of Ohio State as well. So that's another young guy. For pass rushing, obviously, like I said, Cam Hayward was pretty damn good. They also have Derek Harmon, a rookie out of Oregon. And then they also have Keanu Benton, who, honestly, once Hayward leaves, our D tackle situation looks fine. There's a lot of veterans down here, but there's 2 very good young guys at the top. There's also Logan Lee and Yaya Black, 2 other guys who could be something if we develop them well enough. So I think our D-line, honestly, will be set most of the franchise. We don't have a strong linebacker, but Patrick Queen, Cole Holcomb, one of them could probably play Sam. Or I think we have a bunch of Wills as well. One of the Wills could play Sam as well. Our mics are very good. We got Peyton Wilson, Malik Harrison. We got a rookie Carson Bruner as well. We are definitely set with the defense for years to come outside of some positions. Obviously, like I said, Cam Hayward, corners. 2 of our top 3 corners are over the age of 30. And honestly, I don't really like either of them. I mean, Jalen Ramsey's still going to play good in the game. Darius Slay, every time I've ever played with Darius Slay, he's gotten cooked for at least 80 yards. Joey Porter went from our number 1 to our number 3, which in theory is good because looking at the rest of the corners, I mean, Beanie Bishop's not terrible. James Pierre, Brandon Eccles. We do have Dante Kent, the rookie. But that's really all we got is those 3. So hopefully no one gets hurt because then we're going to have to make some significant changes. Juan Thornhill, I'm pretty sure he is new this year. I think he came over from Kansas City. For some reason I remember him on Kansas City. I could be wrong. I don't even know what I just clicked there. I messed that all up. I'm pretty sure he came over from Kansas City though. Excuse me. Oh, he was in Cleveland last year. He did play for Kansas City though. The last couple of years he was on Cleveland. He's on a 1-year deal. Safety's probably going to be one of the next positions. I don't understand. We had Minka. I don't know why they traded Minka. I mean, Jalen Ramsey's good and all, but for Minka, I don't know. I would choose Minka all day, every day. They also got Chuck Clark and Deshaun Elliott, Killebrew as well. I really do think I'm going to be looking to draft safeties first out of everyone on this team. But you can see we have 1 through 7, one of each pick for the next 3 years. So we don't have any other picks added. It is not terrible. And I really do think we could be good every year. Obviously, Pittsburgh can find a way. But if you look at the shape of the roster, I feel like it's going to be a lot harder to be good every year in this series. How do I check our fucking... There it is. I mean, we're obviously in probably the hardest division in the AFC. If I can find AFC North, there it is. Bengals, obviously, playoff team. Browns are probably the worst team in the division, and they're the Browns. They're shit on paper, but they will find a way to win games when they matter or when they don't matter. They got some nice rookies over there, and they got Myles Garrett. Ravens are probably the best team. I mean, we're kind of the 2, 3, maybe 4. And these, like, AFC North, every time I've watched them, bro, they've gone to war against each other. It's just not fun. If you look at the other teams, like AFC South, I mean, it's not good per se, so I'm not really too worried about many of these teams right now in the AFC South. But then just thinking, like, we're not going to win the division because of the 2 teams. Like, the Ravens are probably going to smoke us. But, like, if we're trying to play for the wild card or one of those other seeds, I mean, we have, 5, 6, 7? I think? Yeah. So then we would have to fight one of the AFC East teams. We obviously have to fight the rest of our division for one of those spots. And even I don't think the Steelers are quote unquote better than most of these teams. I mean, they're probably the first year we should be fine, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get beat up by the Chargers, get beat up by the Broncos, maybe get beat up by the Raiders even. Get beat up by the Pats or the Dolphins. Get beat out. I mean, hell, the Jaguars or the Colts could beat us out. I highly doubt it. But then you got our whole division that we have to beat out. It's just, I don't know how we're going to play against these other teams. At the end of the day, though, I do think our defense will be fine. I don't really know how our offense is going to play. How do I check this? This is the screen I want to look at. So, like, if you look at our offense, it looks okay. Is Rodgers going to play like Jets Rodgers, or he's going to play like Packers Rodgers? He's never going to play like Packers Rodgers, so we're kind of stuck there. Why is Jonnu Smith our fullback? I don't know. DK Metcalf and nobody else, really. So I don't know what receiver's going to step up and be an ultimate role receiver. Is our line going to protect Rodgers? Because it's not Justin Fields. It's not Russell Wilson. Like, it's not any of those guys that they had last year. It's Aaron Rodgers, who in Madden has speed. I don't know why. But he's not fast compared to those other 2 quarterbacks that they played with. So, like, are we stuck in that situation to where our line is good on paper but needs to be way better to protect Rodgers? I don't know. Like, defense is going to be fine. We are fine at defense. I am not worried about defense whatsoever. but can our offense help out the defense? Because the defense isn't going to be able to do this every game, every play, you know, just shut out everybody and then we win 3-0 or win 10-0. Like, we need to be able to put up some points, and I need our offense to be able to do that, and I don't know if they will be able to. I'm going to have to check this entire fucking depth chart because I don't know. I don't even know what GAD means, to be honest with you. They've added some positions, and I don't know what half of them means. So I don't know what any of those mean. So I'm able. So now there's a coaching abilities, which is very interesting because I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. So I'll take a look at that real quick while we're here. Actually, I'll just do it on my own time, and if I do anything, I'll tell you guys. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do these training camps, and then actually I'll probably just do them on my own. I don't really know. I am gonna play the preseason. I'll probably just throw together some highlights. If there's not enough highlights, I'll throw the highlights into the episode or week 1 episode. But yeah, I just wanted to get a quick introduction out there. I don't know if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. I am actually, just because I'm me, I am going to sign a fullback to our team because I like to have a fullback on our team. I don't know if any of these guys, I don't know if this man retired, but I know him the most out of all of them. So we'll sign him to the 1-year deal. He'll be our fullback this year, not Jonnu Smith. Nice little utility guy. There we go. But yeah, that's episode 1. The introduction. I hope the mic isn't complete dog shit. And hopefully we are able to make a good run this first year. Like I might have said, I should have said if I didn't, this is probably our best year to win a title. And then after this year, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Can I pull up the budget, actually? Where do I pull up that? Is that in here? Relocate. No, team salaries. I don't even know who's under contract. So, I mean, we're soon going to have to start paying TJ Watt a lot of money. DK Metcalf starting next year is going to be paid a lot of money. We got Highsmith for 3 years. Jalen Ramsey for 4 years. Hayward for 2 years if he doesn't retire after the first one. Same with Patrick Queen. We got Freiermuth under a decent contract. I actually don't hate that for Freiermuth. Jonnu Smith under 2 years. And then we got some guys that are a little bit cheaper. But if you take a look at a lot of guys that we have not signed, let's see, is there anyone of importance down here? I don't know. I mean, Robert Woods, Calvin Austin's on the final year of his deal. That's going to be interesting. We're going to have to bring him back. There's a couple of young guys that we'll have to bring back if we want them back. But it's not guaranteed that we do. Aaron Rodgers, obviously, he's only going to play 1 year here, so we got to either try to win with him or get that situated. Jalen Warren's on a contract year. Like I was saying, I like our running back situation. We have a rookie running back, but if Jalen Warren outplays him, we're going to have to try to bring him back. And then guys like Darius Slay, he's on a 1 year deal. He's probably not coming back. So, like, there's some guys that are veterans / starters that are going to be leaving after 1 year. But then there's other guys where it's where, like, yeah, he's a veteran, he's a starter, but we are paying way too much for that starter. Guys like Jalen Ramsey, who is just going to start regression for the next 4 years, he's going to be our corner for the next 4 years. We don't really have a choice. Cam Hayward, if he stays, he's not going to be a 99 the entire time. He's going to be good, but he's not going to be a 99. Now we're going to have to pay $20 million for the next 2 years for him. Jonnu Smith, we have to pay $10 million for next year. He isn't even our starting tight end right now. So we're going to have cap. Cap's not going to be an issue per se. But it's going to get rough when we get these guys that, I mean, DK Metcalf, if he doesn't perform, we're going to pay him $30 million, $40 million. What if he's not performing? What if he's not playing good? We're overpaying for an aging receiver that isn't doing good. TJ Watt, again, he'll probably be fine, but there's just so many question marks around this team, and I'm hoping that at least year one we can get our title picture out of the way. We can get a good run, and then we'll think about the future slowly. But yeah, I think that's all. I can't think of anything else, so I'm just gonna end it here. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully, I will remember and have time to upload all these videos because man, oh man, there's times where I go to upload it and then realize I forgot to save it or I don't have time to or this, that, and the other thing. So I hope you guys will enjoy this. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. I'm out. Peace.